Welcome to Module 4, Comparing Fractions. Before we can compare fractions, we need to review the symbols that are used when comparing numbers. These are the same symbols we'll use when comparing fractions. These symbols are less than, equal to, and greater than. I remember which goes where by thinking of them as alligators. The hungry alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. So, in the example, 4 compared with 5, 4 is less than 5. This alligator wants to eat the 5, the bigger number. We could also say that 4 is equal to 4, or that 4 is greater than 1. Comparing fractions with common denominators is easy because they represent parts of the same whole. So, when you notice that the denominator, the bottom number, is the same, you can simply look to the numerators, the top numbers, and compare those. In this case, 2 is greater than 1. So, 2 over 5 is greater than 1 over 5. Let's try a few more. 1 over 3 and 2 over 3. When the denominators are the same, we look to the numerators. In this case, 2 is bigger, so 1 over 3 is less than 2 over 3. How about another one? Four over 4 compared with 4 over 4. When the denominators are the same, we look to the numerators. And in this case, they're also the same. So 4 over 4 is equal to 4 over 4. What to do when the denominators are different, like they are in these two fractions? We can't simply look at the top numbers and compare those. There are many, many ways to compare fractions, but I'm only going to show you 2 ways, what I consider to be the easiest 2. The first way to compare fractions with different denominators is to use fraction strips. These fraction strips are also available on the website under Module 4. Download and print a copy so you can refer to them anytime you need to. To compare fractions using fraction strips, we first look at the first fraction. When you look at the denominator, we can see that it is 5 fifths. So, we find the band that has fifths on our fraction strips. Then, we will color in 2 parts to represent the 2 over 5. Next, look at your second fraction. In this case, 4 sevenths. We find the band representing sevenths and color in 4 parts. This way, it is very easy to say which fraction is greater than the other. In this case, 2 fifths is smaller than 4 sevenths. The next method of comparing fractions with different denominators is using the butterfly method. To do this method, you simply draw what looks like two wings of a butterfly. Then you multiply within those wings, those ovals. For example, 5 times 4 equals 20, and 7 times 2 equals 14. Now it's easy to find which of these numbers is larger. In this case, 20 is larger as 14, so 2/5 is smaller than 4/7. Let's practice these two methods again, using two different fractions, this time 2/3 and 4/5. The first method that we discussed was using fraction strips. Again, look at your denominator. We have thirds, so I need to color in the fraction strip that represents thirds. I'll be coloring in 2/3. Next, look at your second fraction, 4/5. So I find the bar that represents fifths and I color in 4 of them. Again, it's very clear to see that 4/5 is larger. So 2/3 is less than 4/5. Let's check our method using a second method, this time the butterfly method. Again, we have 2/3 and 4/5. So you draw your butterfly wings. The next step is to multiply. So 3 times 4 equals 12, and 5 times 2 is 10. It's easy to see that 12 is greater than 10. So 2/3 is less than 4/5.